Death is just to come, because there is something, a continuation that's after this.
Farmington Hills Police continue to investigate this accident. Anyone with additional information is asked to give them a call. In Farmington Hills, I'm Brett Cast, 7 News Detroit.
Well, get ready, Detroit. Tomorrow's going to be a hot one. We're talking about dangerous temperatures with a heat advisory in effect for most of the day. So let's send things over to meteorologist Dave Rexroth in the Weather Center. Dave, what do we need to know so we can be prepared?
Yeah, it's going to be kind of shocking, I think, Glenda. When you wake up tomorrow morning, the humidity is going to be much higher than it has been the last couple of days. It doesn't always happen overnight like that, but it will. And so the heat advisory goes technically from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., but it's going to be the late afternoon hours that you really feel around 100, a little bit higher in some cases. I think it's cooling down on this particular graphic, this model, because there might be some rain north of I-69 at that point. The rain now is off to our north and west. Look at all the heat that is just west of us, and that's what's coming in here. So the heat advisory tomorrow, it'll be a few hours late in the day and in the early evening as well, when it's at its highest peak up around or just above 100 degrees. Storm chances on the increase tomorrow, especially in the evening, but it's wet through Saturday. Tell you how it hits us, when it hits us, and how much rain you'll get coming up.
Thank you, Dave. We will continue to cover this heat wave settling in over Metro Detroit. Our morning team will be over on Channel 7 starting at 4:30, bringing you the latest forecast. Law enforcement leaders are sounding the alarm about a deadly crisis that continues to cross community lines. Synthetic drugs like fentanyl taking lives and targeting youth. 7 News Detroit reporter Christiana Ford was at a community forum tonight with the warning from police and one father's heartbreaking story.
The people in this room are united by one urgent message. Synthetic drugs don't respect city lines, and neither does their commitment to fighting the crisis and protecting their communities.
What that equates to through the synthetic drug use is death.
It's a national crisis doing serious damage in Metro Detroit.
The numbers are staggering.
Leading Southfield Police Chief Elvin Barron to bring together state and local law enforcement from Oak Park, Farmington Hills, and Oakland County to get to the bottom of what to do about the dangers of synthetic drugs.
If we can, educate, a handful of people, 1 or 2 or however many, about the dangers and steer them away from actually taking, synthetic drugs, then, I think, that's definitely a step in the right direction.
Michigan health officials this summer saying the state is specifically seeing a reemergence of the potentially deadly opioid carfentanil, with 11 deaths linked to the drug since January. Barron says not only are they seeing that, but also synthetic marijuana and what's being referred to as gas station heroin impacting young people.
You see it at the gas stations, you see it online, readily available synthetic drugs that the community has direct access to. And so that's why we're here.
Gregory Swan knows all too well the devastating reality of losing a child.
This stuff kills. It kills you dead, like Raid kills bugs. It debilitates the bereaved parent.
His son, Drew, was just 24 years old when he died from fentanyl poisoning.
He was wonderful. He was funny and he was stunning, and he made every person feel important.
It's why he's dedicated his life to making sure people know the dangers, traveling the country to classrooms and events like this with his nonprofit, Fentanyl Fathers, on a mission to prevent another family from feeling their pain.
What we found out is that getting out and advocating is really helpful to us.
Just one of many community members who decided to join the conversation to learn and share stories.
We get information from them. What do you see occurring? What recommendations do you have for law enforcement on things that maybe we can do better?
Because leaders say no agency can tackle this alone. In Southfield, Christiana Ford, 7 News Detroit.
Radioactive waste from New York is no longer coming to Wayne County. A landfill in Van Buren Township was set to receive atomic bomb byproducts from the Manhattan Project. We've been following this story since that announcement, which sparked a lot of outrage. Wayne County Executive Warren Evans fought the plan and in a statement says the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers has decided to send the radioactive waste to another state. With the hot weather tomorrow, we know many of you may want to take a swim, but there are some beach closures you should be aware of. The Washtenaw County Health Department is closing Independence Lake Beach and Whitmore Lake due to high levels of E. coli. Even though getting in the water is not allowed, fishing is still permitted. We have a link where you can check out the latest water quality levels on our website, WXYZ.com. 2 young girls and a man were recognized as heroes for saving the life of a 4-year-old girl who fell into a pool. 9-year-olds Ava and Addison Apostopoulos and Cody Boyette were honored by the Wixom Police Department at the City Council meeting last night. In late June, 9-year-olds Ava and Addison noticed the young girl underwater and not moving when Ava jumped in and pulled the girl to the surface. Boyette pulled the girl out of the water and began CPR to get her breathing again. Police say without their brave efforts, the young child would have died. Still ahead tonight, tariffs taking a toll. We're raising the voices of local business owners who are concerned about their bottom line. But first, Climbing for a Cause will introduce you to a man reaching new heights to help people suffering from Parkinson's disease.
You're watching 7 News Detroit, part of the Scripps News Group.
Creating new technologies to improve health is the new initiative for a partnership between Henry Ford Health and Michigan State University. The groups are launching an innovation hub backed by a $10 million venture fund. The Innovation Hub will be housed in the Henry Ford Health Michigan State University Health Sciences Research Center. It's located in Detroit's New Center District and is nearing completion. The fund will not only provide capital, but clinical expertise and space in the center, as well as an entrepreneurial support. Now to a Metro Detroit man inspiring others to reach new heights. Working alongside Kurt Gibson can motivate anybody. The CEO of Gibson's Foundation for Parkinson's is inspiring others with every step he takes. Steve Annier raised $100,000 at the Detroit Free Press Marathon 3 years ago, and now he's climbing Mount Kilimanjaro to support a revolutionary center for families dealing with Parkinson's. 7 Sports Director Brad Galley has more.
To Steve Annier, there is no physical adventure too tall for him to conquer.
I've always really liked challenging myself.
He lives to defy expectations.
Pushing myself outside my own comfort zone.
His latest goal is to climb Mount Kilimanjaro.
You know, I think my body will be ready. It's just a matter of getting out there and doing it. You know, it's 47 miles and 9 days. We've got a lot of work to do.
Steve has been training for months in Colorado, around Metro Detroit, and inside gyms. He'll be attacking the 47-mile ascent with his wife, Shauna. Steve will be ascending Kilimanjaro on crutches and only one leg.
I'm never going to be one to underestimate you after talking with you for 30 seconds the first time we talked. But for people that look at you, they may go, that man, it's tough to climb a mountain with 2 legs, but how can he do it?
Yep.
Tell doubters out there why they should believe in you.
Well, I think that, you know, my normal, and has been for many years, you know, I lost my leg when I was 11. So my normal is living on crutches. And so I'm very confident on crutches. I know that it's really important when we're on the mountain to have 3 really solid points of contact as much as I possibly can. So being in Colorado and training there has really brought home the need to be really mentally focused around, you know, just the walking itself. As I said, almost fallen over. So, you know, that's going to be a key part of it, is staying really focused.
Annier is the CEO of the Kirk Gibson Foundation for Parkinson's. And in 2022, he completed the Detroit Free Press Marathon on crutches, raising over $100,000 for the cause. This time around, he's climbing a mountain with a goal of raising $500,000.
How long did it take for you to convince yourself that this was the time, that you would be ready at this point in your life, that you'd climb a mountain?
I wasn't not sure when I actually landed on it, but after I'd done the marathon, I was looking for something else that I could do, because the marathon, thanks to your help, you know, was very successful for us in terms of a fundraising event and shining a light on the foundation. So I thought, well, you know, we can do that again. They just need something bigger and better to do, you know.
This effort coincides with the opening of the foundation's Center for Parkinson's Wellness, opening this fall in Farmington Hills.
It combines a sort of lifelong ambition to climb Kilimanjaro with a really deep purpose, and that is, you know, to bring awareness to the disease, but also to raise money for our centre, which is opening in a few weeks.
Planet Fitness is one of Steve and Shauna's sponsors, supporting the climb and the opening of the center, donating equipment to help people with Parkinson's.
We went through a list of what we was looking for, and luckily we were able to provide a list of cardio equipment, some free weights, and some accessories, and we're going to help outfit their center so people can come in there and take advantage of it.
Steve works for a foundation that has Kirk Gibson's name front and center. Inspiration isn't hard to find.
He's a tough man. He was a tough athlete.
Oh yeah.
How much is that toughness on display every time that you see him nowadays?
Well, it's like this fight between two epic forces. On the one hand, you've got this relentless disease that just never stops, and on the other hand, you've got the relentless curse.